My word, it's Uncharted, but it's prettier.
Oh my god. Is this the power of HD?
I think
Commentary
this is the
comms?
power of HD.
Now remastered, 5.1 surround sound, Blu-ray.
I wouldn't call this remastered, otherwise we would have done the first several parts, but no, basically, those parts that you saw before were recorded months ago. I think they were.
By My Dazzle.
Yeah, and then it was going to go up on Commentarycomms now because no longer exists, ladies and gents. I should actually bleep the channel name. I'm not kidding, I should. It's
okay.
blasphemous.
If you want.
Blasphemous.
It's like Commentarycomms now police state. You can't even speak of
No, not at all. No, but basically, but you know, SD won't do for Commentarycomms, so I went and you know, in part 1 it's interesting to say, oh, I better replay this game because if we're going to commentate over it, and then this happened.
Well then.
Yeah, so I played the game again. And
it does look much nicer in HD though. This is like really one of those games where you like show off to people to show the difference between the two.
Yeah.
It does look very pretty.
It is very pretty. I mean, the thing about Uncharted 1 is as well that the whole place is all jungle. I mean, they got ruins and such. But I kind of like that. It feels just like, it kind of reminds me of Half-Life in a way that it's just one journey and you're never taken away from this one character. Uncharted 2 and 3 do a lot of kind of skipping location.
Yeah, they really like sort of screw with the narrative a lot to, you know, make it more interesting, I guess. Well,
I wouldn't say screwing with the narrative, I'll just say, you know, necessary time jumps because it's more a world-spanning adventure.
Yeah,
it just
here you're just sort of running around on one island killing multiple natives.
Hmm. Well, I don't think they're natives to this
island. Well, not natives to the island, but to
they just got, you know, it was just like Roman turned up and he was like, okay, you're working for me now. And there's an American who's going to turn up who kills many foreigners, and to him, you're foreign.
There's an American going to show up, and he's going to do what Americans do best.
And I am here on the island of Unnamed, speaking with the aboriginals of said island. And they are worried about an impending apocalypse caused by one American man. They believe the white man will bring death and famine, aside from this British man who's not at all evil.
It's funny. It's like a complete freaking reversal to like what happened with the Aztecs. God damn, that always screwed me over my first visit because like I expected it to be like pretty big, but no, it still made me fall off and it made me really mad.
This is one of the this is like, I was just like, when I was recording this as well, and I was just thinking, okay, I've got to try and make the cuts at when TDF made it, and I kind of fucked up. This is actually halfway through one of my rules. And now that I've actually played it, I can elaborate a bit more on the gameplay, and it's kind of weird how it's kind of like, Uncharted 2 is the one I'm most comfortable with. It's kind of like weird how rigid this feels comparative to its sequels. You kind of have to...
Yeah,
you have to go back and play it to get that.
Yeah, it definitely shows like the sort of leaps in technology Naughty Dog really took with this game series. I mean, the first one was like revolutionary. Oh my god, everything's like procedural and stuff with mocapping and everything when it first came out. But then it's like Uncharted 2 and 3 completely knocked this game out of the park in my opinion in terms of like mechanics and whatnot. Because like the things with like the grenade, like throwing grenades and whatnot, and, like the animations and everything, I felt like in this game are like so much more primitive in comparison to the sequels.
I remember though, because we've only got a couple of minutes. We actually got a minute and a half left on this part because we started recording. So we might as well just kind of talk about the graces of HD a little bit more. You see, HD is what happens when you have more pixels than the standard amount. HD is kind of changed throughout the ages. Typically, it has no set meaning. It's just kind of the high quality of the time. And the high quality of this time is most people will be exposed in high definition to 16:9, which 1280 by 720 and
1920 by 1080.
Yes, that's and that's what YouTube operates in. So quite a few viewing audience will consider HD these mediums, but that's not always the case. I'm just hoping you're ignoring my terrible platforming right now as I talk about this. You see, it's just I'm a few pixels off. Pixels you would not be able to see, mind you, if I hadn't recorded this in HD.
You couldn't see this in the original commentary,
no, that
sir.
would have been a blur. It would have been a mosaic. You just let me just rub against the scenery until I realise what works.
Yeah, okay, I admit, I do. When I first recorded this, I got stuck here too.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, this is the branch. Okay, I'm fine with that.
The branch that Drake just happens to find worthy of him climbing.
Yeah. But there are higher definitions. I mean, we glorious PC Master Race people have had HD for ages now. It's not until 2005, you lowly console. What's the politically correct term? Peasants. You got that then.